Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. On day one of the Democratic National Convention, the Democrats celebrated Joe Biden by pushing his speech back to 11:30 p.m. It's almost like they didn't want anyone to see it. Here are some of the highlights.
Women are not without electoral or political power.
Apparently, some women, their power's out. I checked the circuit breaker. A lot of times it just got tripped.
Donald Trump and the Republican friends, they not only can't think, they can't read very well.
Well, at least we can read a teleprompter.
You know, we have 1,000 billionaires in America.
President Biden really shouldn't throw reading shade at anyone until his teleprompter and him have a better relationship. Someone give that guy a Rosetta Stone for English.
He called them suckers and losers. Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
Looks like someone forgot to take their Metamucil this morning. Look, I'm gonna miss that angry yelling just a little bit. It's like watching your grandpa argue with the microwave.
Kamala and I are committed to strengthening legal immigration.
And that, my friends, was the only true thing he said all night. At this point, Biden's speeches are like Mad Libs. Fill in the blanks with whatever you want. It's not going to make sense anyway. At the Democratic National Convention, they tried to start a "We Love Joe" chant, but it was more like a "We kind of like Joe if we have to."
Thank you, Joe, and God bless you. We love you. We love Joe.
Oh crap. Was it "We Love You" or was it "We Love Joe"? I think I'm screwing this up. I'm just going to go with "We Love Joe."
We love Joe. We love Joe.
He got off to a bit of a rocky start, but you can't blame him. How was he supposed to remember that the chant was "We Love Joe" and not "We Love You," except for the thousands of "We Love Joe" signs everywhere? He was so nervous, I thought he might start chanting "Let's Go Brandon." That would have been one of the most bipartisan moments of the convention. I'm so glad that people were able to show their love and support for Biden, including Nancy Pelosi. She seemed a little uncomfortable there. I mean, maybe even a little guilty. Or she might actually have a heart after all. Or maybe she's just doing the mental math to calculate how much Chardonnay she'd need to make it through the rest of the convention. On day one of the Democratic National Convention, AOC seemed to acquire a new accent during her speech. Listen to the phrase "on our way of life" at the end.
To lift working people out from under the boots of greed, traveling on our way of life.
Did you hear it? She did. She manifested a new accent on that "on our way of life." AOC's accent suddenly transformed into a hybrid of Bronx, Upper West Side, or Siri after 6 mimosas. First, Kamala had a fake accent, and now AOC is having one? Is there a secret dialect coach for Democrats, or is a virus going around that only affects their vowels? Democrats do believe in strengthening some borders. They've built a wall around the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. The restricted perimeter secures the convention area and only allows people in if they are supposed to be there and if they have some form of identification. I guess you could say they're building bridges around themselves. It's impressive how the Democrats can build a wall and require IDs at their convention while still claiming that both are somehow racist. That is some top-tier hypocrisy right there. Is it just me, or weren't they the party of inclusion? I mean, nothing says inclusivity like an exclusive event with a fortress around it. But hey, at least we found one place in America where Kamala Harris will admit to being the border czar. To the relief of Star Wars fans everywhere, the Acolyte, a Disney Star Wars spinoff, got canceled. The show currently has an 18% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Actually, that's higher than my expectations for any new Disney show. The Acolyte is the worst reviewed and lowest rated Star Wars show released by Disney. And that's really saying something because Disney has produced some real turds. If it's in the Star Wars universe, how can it not be good? Well, if there was one thing that the Star Wars universe was missing, it was a singing cult of lesbian witches. Finally, someone who understands my fan fiction. Let's see what the lead actor and creator had to say about the show.
I want to ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And
No, I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly...
You're offended?
Into it. No.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
So even though the show bombed and won't be renewed for season 2, at least it managed to win the title of the gayest Star Wars. All right, the stormtroopers behind me right there, they're from episodes 4, 5, and 6, the original trilogy. They're not any of these new Disney stormtroopers. They're old school, like your mom. Disney canceling the Acolyte is just proof that no galaxy, no matter how far, far away, can escape their ability to ruin everything. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.